Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sir Jude, and today I will be rediscussing the lesson that we had tackled today, which is seismic waves part 2, right? So let me familiarize you first with the three local agencies that monitor and update us when it comes to geological hazards and risks. So the three local agencies are the following. So first, we have DOST, which stands for Department of Science and Technology. Second is PVOLCS, which is the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or Sismology. And the third is NDRRMC, no? Yung nagdetect sa atin every time na may bagyo or may lindol, which stands for National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. So we have to be thankful for these three organizations and the people behind them, because without them, hindi tayo magiging updated, and hindi na tayo mabigay ng alert when it comes to natural disasters, specifically earthquakes. Okay? Now, so this three local agencies, no, they may be having this instrument. Syempre, nakikita nyo right now in the screen, this is just a model or a demonstration which is only applicable inside the classroom. And yung version na meron sa kanila probably is high-tech and more state-of-the-art, no? So what you can see here is the seismograph. So let me just play the demonstration video that we had inside our faculty room. So as you can see, I am shaking the table where the seismograph is located, and the ball pen on it writes the waves that are produced on a long sheet of paper. So the machine that you see, or the device that you use to record seismic waves, is called a seismograph or a seismograph. On the other hand, the printed, or in this case, the written vibrations are called the seismograph. So because we already discussed the properties and characteristics of the four seismic waves yesterday, it's time for us to locate where are they in the seismograph. Okay? Now, this seismogram contains two regions. So first is the amplitude, and second is the time. Okay? Now, from left to right, at the start, you will see that you will notice a straight horizontal line. So that means wala pa pong nare-record na major earthquake saan. And that also indicates that the left side of the seismograph is where the seismic waves are first recorded. Because the first trend that we're going to discuss is the speed trends, wherein we're going to rely on time. And the arrangement of the seismic waves are the following. So first, we start with primary, or P wave, followed by secondary, or S waves, followed by love, or L wave, and finally is Rayleigh, or R wave. So because we're talking about time, then therefore, the fastest, or the earlier wave, or the earliest wave to be recorded is the one on the left. That's the faster or the earlier region. On the other one, the slower or the later regions that appear or to be recorded by the seismic wave is found on the right side. So if I ask you to arrange the four seismic waves from fastest to slowest, or from earliest to latest, so we start from P, and then S, and then L, and then R. P is the fastest and the earliest, while R is the slowest and the latest. All right, now let's move on to destructive trends. When we say destructive trends, we're talking about how catastrophic seismic wave is. So is it less catastrophic, less damage, or more catastrophic, more damage that inflicts upon the location or region? So in destructive trends, we rely on amplitude or wave height. So the smaller the wave, the less destructive it is, while the higher the wave, then the more destructive it is. So in terms of height, the lowest one is primary or P wave. So that means that primary is the least destructive, followed by secondary or S, and then Rayleigh or R, and finally the tallest is love or L. So here's our destructive trends from least destructive to most destructive. Least destructive is primary P, followed by secondary S, and then Rayleigh R, and then love L. And basically, that's it for the seismogram. So now, syempre di man tayo po memorize and understand now. Must know why should we study seismic waves. Okay? So, there are three reasons why must we study seismic waves. Because seismic waves gives us the following. So, we have S, W, and letter A. So, first, they give us signal or alert na may earthquake activity na nagaganap. And second, pag may signal na, that gives you a warning. So when you now know that there's an earthquake, whether malakas man yan or mahina, that's the time for you to do or to execute an action. Okay? Para ano lang yan, parang text messages or calls or even social media notifications, no? They all give us the following: signal, warning, and action. And finally, that's it for seismic waves. I hope na marami kayo natutunan because this topic is longer compared to the first two. And next week, we will finally inject mathematical calculations with seismic waves. All right? So, in the meantime, happy weekend. See you next week. Goodbye.